Today what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the gloss with stages 5, 6, 7, 8, because what we've found out just from talking to the other coaches, what we found out is that everybody seems really comfortable with stages 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, but stage 5 through 8 are giving people some problems as far as how do I know they're a 5 or a 6, what's the difference. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give you a little activity to do to sort some responses from students based on what stage you think they are. And we're going to, once you guys get done as partners, we're going to try and sort of come to a consensus on what they should be. All right? So, and again, the reason for this is to try and build a better understanding of what stages 5 through 8 look like when students give responses, because 0 through 4 are pretty much, you guys kind of nailed down. And then was there anything that you were going to add to that?
No, you're just going to, with your partner, you're going to look at the SOAR card, and it will have a possible response that a student might say. And so you're going to decide, would that response be a stage 5, 6, 7, or 8? And then you'll just sort them according to what you think they are. And that's why we asked you to bring the gloss manuals, so that you can look back, because that's really, I think, a big help, is to look back at those pages. And I know on pages 4 and 5, they have the possible behavior indicators, so you can look back at that. There are other places in the manual as well, but pages 4 and 5 will kind of guide you through this activity. At the very end, we will talk about each SOAR card, and we'll come to a common understanding of what the thinking strategies for stages 5 through 8. And we thought this would be a good time to do it too, as we're in the middle of or beginning of our second benchmark assessments.
And so a lot of you have turned to either the blue section or the yellow section or the green section and found those 2 pages that you can use to make the decision. I want to point out one other place that you can look in your book, and that's in the very front. And it's one that looks just like that, a page that looks just like that. There it is right here. Hold that up. It's like the second page in. And this page gives you a little bit more detail sometimes. So if you're not getting the help that you need from that blue or yellow or green page, you can always flip back to this one. I found when we had to do this at our meeting, we were constantly coming back to this page to try and make sense of what this response was supposed to be. Was it a 5 or a 6? Was it a 6 or a 7? And the big one was it a 7 or 8? Because that was, we just couldn't decide. And we eventually did come to a consensus. I don't know if ours was right in the beginning, but we did as a whole group come to a consensus.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, with all of these, a lot of those areas can be muddy, and so the main thing today is we just want us to have a good collaborative conversation. And like I said, we'll come back at the end and we'll kind of sort through everything together.
Okay. So whoever you're sitting next to is your partner? Whether you want to be or not. No. If you want to move, you can. But I'm giving you those.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, see, I'm familiar with that stretch. Up north. Section 5, right? So it's. But they have like 4 plus 4 is 8, 8 plus 8 is 16.
Miss Temple, you have a parent on line 13. If you can't take the call, call the office. Thank you.
Successive doubles to solve, this is what they accept to the teacher, exactly, yes.
Well, they probably didn't say successive double,
Right.
but this is an
Right.
this is the
Right.
numerical
Example.
form
Right.
of what they did.
Okay.
So you have 2. Okay. I was starting to reread some of these. It just
So they're back in
Just-
the
So, for example, place value positioning range is similar.
Right,
Right.
We need a maintenance engineer to the first and second grade hallway for a cleanup. We need a maintenance engineer to the first and second grade hallway for a cleanup.
And see if any of those responses match up. That's why I looked at them. Okay. 'Cause I'm busy.
No, not yet, okay. You gotta move between.
That was one.
You're trying to decide, yeah, that's what, when we did it, we had about 2 or 3 that we were trying to figure out, so it's one between.
Two different statutes to solve conditions. I honestly need to look at some part of that, because these statutes are wrong anyway. I don't understand what they did.
Well, you know, I was just in Ashley Rice's room.
Yeah, this one did, 2 times.
Because she wanted to see it one more time, because she'd never done it. Well, she hadn't done much, so I went in there, and she was one of her highest kids. It went all the way, except for the last. All right, you gotta run through that one more time. Because I don't know what you, first of all, I can't follow what you said.
Yeah.
And then I wrote it down, and it's, okay, this is what you said, right? And we went through it, and as I was going through it, where did that thing come from? So that's, and we're taking that, and then the 7-Eleven, and then finally I got it, but it took probably about 5 or 6 minutes of us talking about it so that I could understand what you did. You got the right answer, but I didn't follow this thing.
Isn't that one like this? They use 2 different strategies. See, I think that is That's change that. No. Did y'all decide this one?
I was thinking first, but that's not. Which one? This one? Right. They are using this for the other one?
That's one of the lower ones. Me too. Because they're just, yeah, so try maybe.
What were y'all thinking, Mandy, on the Alex one? It was one of the lower stages.
Right, because it's just simple counting, not as complex as some of the other ones.
Right, and looking at the stage 5, you know, really it's only how many strategies.
Right, they're only using one,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
How's that? Maybe anything that you're wondering about?
This one. So no one we were just talking about.
Would you end up
It's just one simple strategy.
Okay.
The counting. But it was always
The only thing I didn't do decimal stuff, which I think would be advanced, so.
Right.
Pretty flexible.
I agree with you. I apologize, I was like, I feel like it's not right.
Oh, you want another, to read this paper, just fill it in?
Yeah. Okay, so which ones do you have?
And repeat
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you cut it up.
You put it over there because place value positioning was one of the things there. More complex than just doubles and fives making tens. But 3 minutes per class, so they know the multiplication, so they.
or repeated.
Since I've never done these, I don't really know.
So which one are you talking about?
But they knew the other one. We had it.
Jody? Why do you have it as stage 5?
Especially when they go in fast. Stop there. So that
See, I don't, right, because it's place value partitioning and they're estimating, I mean, they are getting their answer, but they're estimating what you
Took away the 6.
Right.
I say 7.
So was there one similar to that you had,
An example.
like a problem that was similar to that? Maybe it was addition or, maybe it was subtraction also. And do you have that in the same place, or is it on a different stage?
Like this one, right?
Which one? Us?
Yeah, because I feel like this is like our one.
Tamati?
You said you would.
And why would you have, or did you have both of them at stage 5? Is there a difference between their strategies? Well, what's the names of them? Tamati, okay, so Tamati, what did she do? Okay. Okay, so is there a difference between what Tamati did and Jody did? As far as, a different, is one more advanced, do you think, than the other?
I would say tomatoes is more advanced.
No, that's one.
Well, not really, because they both compare the 20.
It was just more steps.
More steps.
Okay, so which one would be more efficient?
Jody's.
Jody's. So you think that would require more
Yeah,
advanced
calendar.
mathematical thinking than Tamani or
So
not.
I can't. I get that. Yeah.
It's still 10.
I still think they're pretty similar.
Oh, I agree, I think they are very similar. Because you're right, they are, essentially, they're both subtracting 20. But in the mind, and mathematically speaking, is one more, does it require more mental processing than the other two?
I think that Jody just did it
Quicker.
more efficiently and said 10 and 10 is 20, and so 80 minus.
But Tamari's gotta keep up with more numbers in her head.
Okay, she did the minus 10, minus 10. Okay.
No, she could have easily just, when she talked it out, she didn't have to remember the numbers before. Like 57 minus 10, 14 minus 10 is 30.
Right.
All right, so let's think of it this way, as children are learning about